Ibrahim Traore. That's the name echoing from the heart of West Africa to the sun-drenched streets of Montego Bay, Jamaica. If you're tuning in today, you're about to witness a story that bridges continents, generations, and the enduring fight for African sovereignty. Why are Rastafarians in Jamaica, thousands of miles from Burkina Faso, rallying in support of Ibrahim Traore? What does this wave of global solidarity mean for the future of African leadership and the struggle against neocolonialism? Stay with us, share your thoughts in the comments, and let's unravel the extraordinary journey of Ibrahim Traore, a journey now joined by voices from the Caribbean and beyond. Ibrahim Traore's rise to prominence is nothing short of dramatic. Born in 1988 in the small town of Bondoki, Traore's path led him from the University of Ouagadougou to the military barracks, and eventually to the highest office in Burkina Faso. In September 2022, at just 34 years old, Ibrahim Traore led a coup that ousted then interim president Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, positioning himself as the world's youngest head of state. Since then, Ibrahim Traore has become a lightning rod for both hope and controversy. His bold agenda centered on national sovereignty, economic self-reliance, and cultural revival has inspired millions, but also drawn fierce opposition, both at home and abroad. Before we continue, welcome to Izizi Africa, where we bring the African vision to life and make African stories go global. Help us in pushing the message forward as we continue to inspire, educate, and empower. Subscribe now, like, and share our videos, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for our next videos. Now let's continue. So why has Ibrahim Traore become such a powerful symbol, not just in Africa, but now in Jamaica and across the global diaspora? To answer that, we need to look at the forces he's challenging. Burkina Faso, like many Sahelian nations, has long struggled with the legacy of colonialism. For decades, its economy was tethered to France, its resources extracted for foreign benefit, and its politics shaped by external interests. Ibrahim Traore has made it his mission to break those chains. He's nationalized gold mines, launched a national refinery to keep more wealth at home, and insisted that Burkina Faso's gold, cotton, and agricultural bounty serve the people first. His government has also pushed for greater cultural pride and self-determination, seeking to rewrite the narrative of dependency that has haunted the region for generations. Before we continue, welcome to Izizi Africa, where we bring the African vision to life and make African stories go global. Help us in pushing the message forward as we continue to inspire, educate, and empower. Subscribe now, like, and share our videos, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for our next videos. Now let's continue. But this campaign has not come without risk. Since coming to power, Ibrahim Traore has survived multiple assassination attempts and coup plots, many allegedly orchestrated by actors opposed to his people-centered, anti-imperialist policies. Just last month, Burkina Faso's military government announced it had foiled a major plot to overthrow Ibrahim Traore, with conspirators including ex-army officers and alleged terrorist collaborators planning an assault on the presidential palace. The stated goal? To plunge the nation into chaos and bring it under the sway of foreign powers. It's a stark reminder that the stakes for Ibrahim Traore and his supporters are nothing less than the future of Burkina Faso's sovereignty. And this is where the story takes an unexpected turn straight to the Caribbean. On April 30th, 2025, the world watched as Rastafarians gathered in Montego Bay, Jamaica, waving Pan-African flags and chanting messages of unity and resistance. Their rally was not just a local event, but part of a global outpouring of support for Ibrahim Traore, with protests and demonstrations erupting from Ouagadougou to London, Paris, Brussels, Accra, Lagos, and even New York City. What makes the Jamaican solidarity so remarkable is its deep historical resonance. For centuries, Jamaica has been a crucible of Pan-African thought, a place where the struggle for Black liberation and the dream of a united Africa have inspired generations. Wesley Kelly, High Priest of the Haile Selassie Jah Rastafari Royal Ethiopian Judah Coptic Church, spoke passionately at the Montego Bay rally. He called on Jamaican leaders to take a page out of Ibrahim Traore's book, to pursue people-centered leadership, resist foreign domination, and agitate for the rights of African descendants everywhere. For Kelly and many others, Ibrahim Traore represents more than just a political leader. He is a living embodiment of the fight against neo-colonialism, a torchbearer for the vision of Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie, and other giants of Pan-Africanism. The Rastafarian movement's embrace of Ibrahim Traore is rooted in shared values and a common history. Rastafarians have long championed the cause of African unity, self-determination, and resistance to Western exploitation. Their chants in Montego Bay celebrating Traore as a liberator and calling for the protection of Africa's resources mirror the very policies that have defined Traore's presidency. "We are here to celebrate and to uphold the work of Ibrahim Traore," Kelly declared, "for the liberation of our black mother country, Africa." This is not just rhetoric. It's a call to action, a demand that Jamaica and the wider diaspora recognize their role in the ongoing struggle for African freedom. But why is this support for Ibrahim Traore from Jamaica, and indeed from around the world, such a surprise? For one, it signals a profound shift in the global consciousness about Africa's place in the world. Historically, African leaders who challenged Western interests often found themselves isolated, vilified, or worse. The tragic fates of Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, and Muammar Gaddafi are cautionary tales of what can happen when African leaders defy the status quo. Yet, in Ibrahim Traore, many see a new hope, a leader who, despite immense pressure, refuses to back down, and who is now being defended not just by his own people, but by a worldwide movement. The scale of the solidarity is unprecedented. On April 30th, millions rallied in cities across Africa, Europe, and the Americas, chanting Ibrahim Traore's name and demanding an end to foreign interference in Burkina Faso. In London, protesters gathered outside the American embassy, holding portraits of Ibrahim Traore and warning that Africans would not allow another of their heroes to be sacrificed. In Paris, the former colonial capital, African diaspora communities staged massive demonstrations, calling Traore the liberator and insisting that France respect Burkina Faso's autonomy. In Brussels, crowds assembled outside the European Parliament, urging European leaders to stop meddling in African affairs and to recognize the legitimacy of Traore's government. Even in West African cities not directly involved in the Sahel Alliance, such as Accra and Lagos, youth coalitions and student unions organized rallies, candlelight marches, and public forums to honor Ibrahim Traore's leadership. The message was clear. Africa is waking up, and Ibrahim Traore is at the forefront of a new generation of leaders demanding true independence. Some protests even took a more radical turn, with demonstrators in Ghana burning American and French flags to symbolize their rejection of neo-colonial control. Perhaps most symbolically, African Americans and Caribbean activists in New York City planned protests outside the United Nations, marching under the banner, "Defend Ibrahim Traore, Defend Africa." This convergence of support from across the African diaspora is a testament to the power of Traore's message and the enduring appeal of Pan-African solidarity. It's a reminder that the fight for African liberation is not confined to the continent, but is a global movement that spans oceans and generations. So, what does all this support mean for Ibrahim Traore and for Burkina Faso? First, it provides a crucial buffer against external pressure. When millions around the world are watching, it becomes much harder for powerful interests to quietly undermine a leader or orchestrate regime change. The global spotlight offers a measure of protection, making it clear that any move against Ibrahim Traore will be met with widespread outrage and resistance. This is especially important given the recent coup attempts and assassination plots targeting Traore plots that, according to Burkinabe authorities, were designed to sow chaos and return the country to foreign control. Second, the outpouring of solidarity strengthens Ibrahim Traore's hand at home. His popularity was already high, especially among the youth, who see him as a champion of their aspirations for dignity, opportunity, and self-determination. Surveys show that nearly 2/3 of Burkinabe support military intervention when leaders abuse their power, and acceptance of military rule has soared in recent years. but the international support, especially from the diaspora, confirms for many that Traore's vision is not just a local or regional project, but part of a broader movement for global justice. Economically, Ibrahim Traore's policies are beginning to bear fruit, though challenges remain. By nationalizing gold mines and investing in local processing, he aims to ensure that more of Burkina Faso's wealth stays in the country, funding development and social programs. The creation of the National Support Center for Artisanal Cotton Processing and the construction of new infrastructure, including a major airport, are intended to diversify the economy and create jobs. These moves are popular with ordinary Burkinabe, who have long felt excluded from the benefits of the country's natural resources. As the dust settles on these historic demonstrations, the question remains, can Ibrahim Traore channel this wave of support into lasting change? Can he deliver on his promises of security, prosperity, and dignity for all Burkinabe? And will the solidarity from Jamaica and the wider diaspora translate into concrete political and economic partnerships? These are questions only time will answer, but one thing is certain. The movement sparked by Ibrahim Traore has already changed the conversation about African leadership and the meaning of sovereignty. So, what do you think? Is Ibrahim Traore the leader Africa has been waiting for? Can the global wave of support help shield him from the fate of past revolutionaries, or will external pressures prove too great? And what lessons can other nations, Jamaica included, learn from Traore's bold experiment in people-centered governance? Drop your thoughts, your hopes, and your critiques in the comments. Let's keep this conversation alive, because the story of Ibrahim Traore is far from over. As we close, remember this. Ibrahim Traore's journey is not just about one man or one country. It's about a global awakening, a refusal to accept the old order, and a determination to build a future rooted in justice, dignity, and true independence. From Montego Bay to Ouagadougou, from Paris to New York, the world is rising, and the name on everyone's lips is Ibrahim Traore. If you believe in an Africa that rises on its own terms, if you support this movement for self-reliance, dignity, and progress, then be part of the change. Like this video, share it far and wide, and let the world know that a new Africa is here. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Izizi Africa, where we bring the African vision to life and make African stories go global. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the transformation happening across our great continent.
La duplicité, la désinformation, pouvoir, dignité, intégrité, tout le pouvoir, la patrie ou la mort, la patrie ou la mort. Je vais faire un petit résumé en anglais de tout ce qui a été dit. Je vous rappelle que le leader... Bon, ok, on va... Trêve de commentaires. People of Burkina Faso, people of state confederation, defense and security forces, fatherland defense volunteers, African diaspora, freedom fighters, for century successive generation of imperialists have behaved to predators against the peaceful people of the world, especially in African peoples. They enslaved, massacred, plundered, and colonized our free nations after having balkanized us for greater domination and shameless exploitation. The patriot, vous les patriotes, the patriot who dared to denounce this evil were simply assassinated. Among them were Martin Luther King, Patrice Lumumba, Kwame Nkrumah, Modibo Keïta, Sékou Touré, Nelson Mandela, Thomas Sankara, Muammar Gaddafi, and many others. Today we have the real reincarnation of Thomas Sankara, the Captain Ibrahim Traore. Captain Ibrahim Traore. Captain Ibrahim Traore. The diaspora, African diaspora, from United States, from Zambia, from Kenya, from Zimbabwe, from Ghana, from all over of the world are stand up and choose April 30th, 2025 as a greatest day, as a great day of support of Ibrahim Traore. April 30th will gloriously draw in the book of world history. Comrade, are you right to fight for Ibrahim Traore? Are you ready to fight for the government? Are you right to fight for the Prime Minister? Are you right to fight for our forces, our national forces, our volunteers? Are you right to fight for Burkina people, for Irish people? Are you right to fight for our revolution? So now, from today, we have to stand up. We have to stand up and fight till we win. La patrie ou la mort! La patrie ou la mort! Merci camarades. Nous sommes contents de votre engagement. Nous allons vaincre. Nous allons vaincre l'ennemi. Merci camarades.